Is a 3-story landed better than a 2-story landed? These are the type of questions our audience asks us on a daily basis when we meet them. Okay? So today we're going to do the PRT answers type of an episode.
Yes. Hello everybody. Today have we started introducing it?
No, I haven't yet.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself, Harvey and Rama, bringing value to your journey of buying and selling and continue to think about buying a property or think about selling a property or landed property in Singapore. Okay, this topic, right, is like, wow, I think we answer many times already.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Apart from the early introduction, we're not only going to talk about or discuss about 2-story or 3-story, which one is better. We're also going to talk about a minimum land size. What is ideal?
Yes.
Whether, for example, for this episode, we have taken like 1,500. Is it enough or not?
Okay.
These kind of questions.
Correct. So, two parts lah. First, 2-story or 3-story. Okay. Which one better?
Yeah.
That's their question. Not what we think lah. And the land size, is there a minimum land size in each category that they should target for that makes sense? Okay?
Yep.
Now, let me break it down first. I do the boring stuff first.
Yes.
Technically, right? Okay, if you look at a house, there's 2 stories, two plus an attic. 3 plus an attic, or 3-story without attic. The form and the shape there is there from last time one. You straight away you know it's 2-story or 3-story. Okay? But there's another terminology of 2-story or 3-story which is based on the URA zoning. If you're in a 2-story mixed landed, if you rebuild, right, your house can go up to 12 meters.
12 meters.
Okay?
Our audience actually very smart one, bro. But this is just for those people who have asked the question, because most of them who have been watching us have been hearing us say this a lot of time.
Some of them they know lah.
But today we're going to put it up there. So
then, the 3-story landed, right? In terms of when you rebuild, right, the maximum height is up to 15.5. Let me also tell you this nugget of information. It doesn't matter if inside, right, it's like 3 stories per se. It can be mezzanine floor. It can be first floor, then 1M, then 2M, 3M, 4, whatever lah. But tops you hit 15.5 meter up to you. But of course there must be a limit lah. I mean, if not the ceiling height will be too low ma.
Correct.
But URA also explicitly tell you, right, if you want to check, right, you go to the URA space, you check landed housing zone, right. You're able to see whether you're sitting in a 2-story or 3-story, mixed landed or semi-D only, bungalow only, good class bungalow area only. You can find this information.
Correct. That's why whenever you go for viewings, right, you know, we always say, oh, today I went to this particular estate, this district. We saw 5 houses at different parts of the estate. Okay. But did you check what is the zoning?
Yeah.
What are the potential, what are the possibilities of this particular landed? Why is it priced this way?
But usually people are very excited. They go viewing, they straight away just go and look at the house. What we can do, renovate this, open this, break this, blah. So this one, for just to let you all know lah.
Where to check and how to check. All right.
Now we talk about plot sizes first from the URA terminology. Don't care what's sitting on the land right now. Don't care what you're searching for. Don't care what you view. We just talk about what constitutes what.
Correct.
So there is this terminology called the Type 1 and Type 2 terrace.
So we'll start with terrace houses. So in terrace houses, although in URA, they classified under terrace type 1 and type 2. There's also one more which we've discussed in our old episode called the end terrace. Okay, but never mind. Let's forget that. Let's go with the type 1 first.
Okay. Type 1 is 150 square meters and the width is 6 meters.
Correct.
Okay, minimum. Type 2 is smaller, 80 square meters, minimum width 6 meters.
Bro, then what if you see something in between these two? What is it?
It is what it is. It's just in between. It is like that.
So it's terrace too because it still never fall under the 150 .
That's why I tell you, all this, it's just like CCR, OCR, RCR, doesn't matter . I mean, at the end of the day, it's very technical . Unless you're going to tear down, rebuild your house and all these things may matter more .
Yep, absolutely.
But since we're on it already, semi-D and corner terrace, 200 square meters minimum size. Minimum width 8 meters.
Correct.
And for the very, very exclusive detached, right, it's 400 square meters, minimum width of 10 meters.
Yes.
And for the very, 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 very exclusive, right, the very, 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 very rich and the very, very who's who, just so you know, the good class bungalow, there are 39 good class bungalow areas in Singapore. It's called GCBA. And the minimum land size is 1,400 square meters.
Correct.
The minimum width is 18.5 meters and the minimum depth is 30 meters.
But we have to put in a caveat here. Along your journey, okay, you may come across a particular property type,
yes,
which does not fall under this category. Then you come and tell us, hey, Rama Havi, I saw a property
yes,
that didn't fall into this category.
then how?
Then how? How long? Because you must always understand, URA was put in place. Over a period of time, they put up nice little system, new people, scholars come in, they categorize everything sui. But you must understand, Singapore got history. Things were built long ago already.
Correct.
Some things already built long ago called terrace house, but never fall into this category. Too bad. When they decide to rebuild, they will kena. Okay, so sometimes there will be this one or two in an old estate which may not fall under this category, but is in this category. Okay, so don't fault us for that.
So, okay.
Yep.
So what Rama is trying to say is that, okay lah, there are some things are historical lah. So if it doesn't really fall in, no need be so technical lah.
Yep.
House is a house lah.
But again lah, we have done it in our previous episode, the difference between the type 1 and type 2, whether can park car or not, or cannot park car, and all these things lah. And of course, the sizes becoming smaller, so you build upwards, all these things. And that's where this topic comes in handy, because we're going to talk about 2-story, 3-story.
I think moving forward, right, at the rate the landed market is going, I think you don't have to concern too much about parking car lah. I think you have money to buy car already. But anyway, okay, so now the next question, okay, since we're on it, right, again, right, what is mixed landed? So you go to the okay, Harvey say go URA space, click, so mixed landed. So what is mixed landed? Mixed landed, as the name implies, is mixed landed lah. That means in this area, right, you can build terrace, you can build semi-D, you can build bungalow. But subject to the width sizes and the minimum land size just now we talked about.
Yes, yeah.
And when they develop, they have to fall within all these parameters. That means you have to... That means the last time lah, but now you want to do something brand new, right? You follow the rules. You follow what is required.
Like you cannot just suka go and say, I stay in a place where there's a lot of bungalow. Cannot.
Yeah.
Because it's mixed. There will be bungalow, there will be detached, there will also be type 1 or type 2 terrace.
Yes. So when it's mixed landed, right, you may see terrace houses, you may see semi-Ds, you may also see bungalows, but there are also certain areas that's just for semi-D. And there are also bungalows in mixed landed, which include terrace houses as well as semi-D. But there is the very, 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 very VIP people, right, which is called the good class bungalow area, right? Then the only bungalow developments are allowed.
Yep,
okay?
Absolutely. So coming back to this question by our viewer who suggested 1,500 square feet as a size. So we're thinking because 1,500 square feet, right, relates to 139 square meter.
Yeah.
Which falls in between the type 1 and type 2. So it is more so not of 1,500 whether it's a minimum land size or not. There's more to it, not just the land size, but also two more other things called the setback, the width. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So how does these things affect when it comes to choosing the right land size? That means not necessarily I must have a very big land size. But if I have a particular type of, a particular number which is lesser, but I have a very good width and very good setback where the builder can build really a nice space, it's still okay. So there's a lot more things to check just apart from the size, right?
Okay lah. So in a nutshell, right, if you ask me, right, to be absolutely logical, right, no setback is the best setback lah, huh? So if you have no side setback,
then you go and buy end terrace lor.
So Rama favorite lah, inter or end terrace. Okay, use cao. Okay, buy every inch, then build wall to wall. Okay, then you song minimum 6 meter, minimum 7 meter width, whatever, right? 7 meter width. Wow, then you can max out. So land size matter, but width and setbacks decide whether a 2-story or a 3-story house feels worth it. Because under URA control for landed, right, with all these, we call it built envelope controls. So they basically control how tall you are. They control how you move away from the walls because they need to create that environment between you and your neighbors so that you can actually call it semi-D. So it's 半独立. That means it's not 100% 独立. 半独立 is semi-D, bro. Detached is 独立, stand alone. So half Yeah. 1/2, half.
Yep.
Semi-D. Okay? Half. Okay.
Right.
So instead of us always talking about what kind of land size is like minimum, it's more to say when you go inside this house, right, what is your need?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like with the setback, right, that the house is still, the layout's good, or is after the setback, right, how much of the floor plate is still usable?
Right. So coming back to which one is better, a 3-story better or a 2-story better? Who actually wins? So Harvey, when does a 2-story win over a 3-story?
When the price is cheap. How does a 3-story win? When the price is cheap.
Cheaper.
Yeah, I just care about price cheap only.
Yeah.
But when does a 1-story win? 1-story never win.
Yeah.
Like,
unless you win on the price lah.
Unless you win on price. 1-story can only win on price.
Correct.
Okay, when does a 2-story usually win? I mean, jokes aside lah. Certain 2-story homes, right, given the size of the land, provides a very nice floor plate.
Yep.
So you can have a 2,000 square. Okay, so one of the deals we concluded, right, had a 2,000, slightly over 2,000 square feet in the terrace. On the second floor, there are 4 bedrooms.
Because
it was just built like that from old days.
right. Okay.
And the floor plate is very nice, very regular. Can't be more regular. Downstairs, you got a living room, then you got a dining area, you got a kitchen and a nice yard. Okay, you can still create one room downstairs. There's a store that can be converted to a room as well.
Right.
So if it's a better floor plate, 2-story, you don't have to go upwards. Right? If it's long, you just imagine like you extend the third floor to back. Yeah.
So what you mean is, okay lah, when my land size is bigger, I don't need to build upwards lah.
As long as it serves your needs.
Correct. So, and it also gives you the opportunity to build sideways, right?
Or backwards or forwards.
Exactly. So, I think I understand where you're coming from. When it's a 2-story zoning and your land size is very decent, then you actually don't need a 3-story.
Yeah, and of course, to a lot of our viewers, it's more so that, you're talking about all this is rebuild. I just want today answer, 2-story better or 3-story better? You feel, you go to that place, a 2-story, based on the width and size, because there's no apple-to-apple comparison in landed. You go everywhere, it's different, right?
Yeah.
So some houses are older in that generation, three bedrooms upstairs, 1 toilet. Then the land size could be big, but the layout of the 2-story not nice.
Yeah.
But compared to a smaller land size but 3-story, then the 3-story probably wins.
I think we have discussed this in our previous episodes as well. You know, when you are into a 3-story zoning, you know, now that we're talking about 2-story, right? You get to have all your bedrooms on a single level, which is level 2. And they are all good sized rooms. At the end of the day, when there's communication between family members, it's very easy because I come out of my room, I can see the next room, I can say hello to my mother, my sister, my brother. But if you're going to be on a smaller land plot, and you're going to build upwards like 3-story, 3.5, even 4, then it's almost close to a cluster housing. Where I think I need an intercom to say, hello, are you there? You know? So what's the purpose of living in a landed property? You know, so it's different for different people.
However, if we are talking about today, just walking into the place and then you have a 3-story, right? I think a 3-story structure works well if the land size is a smallish to medium. Let's say you have 1,600, 700 square feet, you have 3 stories, it's also fine.
Yep.
You know, you probably have more rooms. The moment you have one more floor, you definitely have more rooms.
Yeah.
Right? And the good thing is you don't have to add on. It's like you technically, it's there, right? So it's just like another offering at the buffet line. You may be full, but it's okay to have another 2 trays of option there just in case you want to eat and try a little bit. So multi-gen living is also good because some people would prefer for the older folks to stay on the first floor and then the parents and the kids will be separated. But case in point, if you have old people, the higher the staircase also very strong, you know. If you cannot build lift, or you don't have the money to build lift, then 2-story better.
Yep. I mean, I personally would prefer a 2-story landed property, regardless it sits on a 2-story zoning or a 3-story zoning.
Really?
But the land size must be good so that at the end of the day, right, I can build up to what I want. Because it gives me not up I mean build it to the way I want it, or design it, the rooms the way I want it. I don't want too many floors because I still feel that landed property should not be more than 2.5 stories, bro. Anything more than that, I feel like what is like apartment, you know what I mean?
I feel there are two groups of people out there. For multi-gen living, they sort of really want to look for a 3-story. Or if not, they must have a 2-story which the floor plate is big enough for them to reconfigure.
Correct.
Okay.
So, Harvey, like what you correctly mentioned, multi-gen, right? So, there are landed properties that are built by developers with one thing in mind. Multi-generational family living. Okay. And you know what they do? They actually do up three floors.
Yeah.
Each floor is self-sufficient.
Oh.
That means it has a nice room.
Co-living.
I mean, co-living with your family.
Yeah.
Right? So, of course, the older one being on the lower floor, the younger one can climb up the stairs.
Correct.
So, they are particularly asking, hey, I need to find a landed property where each floor, right, has a bedroom, living room, kitchen, everything.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Whether you want to build it yourself or the developer is building it this way, anyway works. But there is a market for this, bro. There is a market for this.
So to summarize this segment for easy understanding, I think 2-story buys you space per floor.
Yep.
3 stories buys you more total space. But the trade-off is you will live a bit more separately.
Yep.
It could be a pro, it could be a con. But of course, stairs will be more. And then of course, for the older folks, it's tough to climb.
And naturally, one more thing about the 3 stories is also future-proof. So in case you like me, don't want to build up all the way to maximize your 15.5 meter, you can build it the way you want it. You live in it. And then after that, when you're marketing the property, there is still room for transformation.
Yeah.
Right? So the next buyer has something to look out or look forward to. Or guess what? Like how we have discussed in our older episodes, you be the developer. You can still redevelop it and sell it later on, no?
Yeah. So I guess in today's market, a lot of people that we serve, just as a reality check, they are not looking to rebuild, or at least right now, because it's quite chunky, right?
Yep.
The money. But of course, knowing the zones and where it's sitting on gives them that future potential to do whatever they want to do. So, but why we talk specifically about 1,500 square feet? Because it's something that sits in between these two categories, right? So given that we have 150 square meter, 80 square meter, so this one is about 130, sits in between, right? So we are talking about, by right, if you look at the episode, we talk about the median pricing, let's say $2,000 a square foot, 1,500 square feet. They say 3 million can buy, it doesn't work that way also. Because typically for a smaller land size, some of them, they basically squeeze you. They know the quantum now, no 4 million, don't talk, right? So if you look in that sense, right, then when you go buy a house like this, right, what are you actually looking for? If it's 2-story, you're looking for that it's done up nicely. You're looking for that there's still like proper zones of areas that they live in. You're looking for the maybe the stairs are there, but it's still manageable. And of course, if there is still a slight chance that you can squeeze a lift somewhere, but I think it's hard . But that's what there is to it . So we should talk about 2-story mix and 3-story mix area. So now we know for a fact, right, based on URA technical parameters, right, 2-story is 12 meters, 3-story is 15.5.
Well, there's also different types of 2-story, 3-story, but only semi-Ds.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, same thing. The same height restrictions apply for those semi-Ds as well.
Yeah.
And one other thing that the viewer who asked this question, right, there's also landed spaces where there's no 2-story, no 3-story. It's just plain white, where you don't have...
No, that one is plot ratio, bro.
Correct, that's right.
That one is, that one is plot ratio. Plot ratio is better don't get into this. Because, again, plot ratio is a very tricky thing, right? People say, what's this plot ratio? Got plot ratio, is it better? I tell you, if you can be in a 1.4 or whatever, right? But when you're going to build a landed home, the same parameters apply. You go back to 15.5 meters, your setback rules still apply. So unless you can group together your neighbors and sell together, then you can build into a condo. I think or apartment. I think we skip that. Because this one is a damn long talk. Actually, talk for what?
Actually, I give a little bit summary on that one. If you think that the 2-story, 3-story mix, right, is going to be too many different types of properties in one estate, right? The one without the white one, you might suddenly see an apartment and then one terrace house. The topography is totally different. It's like, wow, is this a landed estate or what is it, right? Where you have seen some small boutique apartments, those are sitting on that type of land.
So in practicality, when you go in the market today, right, you're being offered whatever there's in the market. You're just being offered that way, right? So if you happen to find a listing that is 3-story, then you go and check whether these 3 stories, is it super good? Or 2 stories, is it super good? Then it's a price super good. Everything must form in place. But if we really have to really like discuss about like 2-story or 3 stories, I think I think you can start from a point that, is the height really something that is what you need? Do you need extra rooms?
Right.
Then maybe Rama's favorite topic, which is the setback. So Rama, you prefer to have 2-story semi or 2-story or 3 stories? You yourself lah.
Prefer is prefer lah. I would want 3 lah. Whether I can afford or not is another question lah. But I would love to stay in a house that's maximum 2 or 2.5 story.
Yeah,
that's my. Actually, to be honest, I don't have any much more to add on to this episode. But if you have any particular questions that that goes deeper inside, feel free to click on the link and contact us directly if you are unsure about these kind of questions.
I think there's a lot to discuss for this episode. So if 2 buyers had the same budget, what make you recommend 2-story over 3-story?
If buyer...
They're
same budget.
So assume I have 5 million. There's a 2-story here, there's a 3-story here. The land size for the 2-story is bigger. The land size for the 3-story is smaller. Which one you recommend?
You see, after this episode, maybe my answer changed already.
No, but
if really the 2-story, right, the land size is bigger and the opportunity to do something that I like, because I see it differently. Because not every buyer has this knowledge to see, they only see the land size. This one 3-story landed. That means the value higher. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because if it is a 2-story landed zoning, but the land size is higher and I can do a lot more the way a builder would look at it. Even if I don't know, I would want to ask my builder. Like, what can you do?
I think there's 2 aspects to this. I think the people here today, what the answer they want to hear is what I already can see in front of my eyes. So there's 2 things. One is, I see today I have 2 stories, means 2 stories. I see today I have 3 stories, is 3 stories. One land size smaller, one land size bigger. So I can answer you. To me, if you ask me to choose, right, I would choose a land size that is bigger first. Regardless, it's 2 or 3 stories first. Let's talk about land size. Why? Because land is land. Now, whether you see in a 2-story landed or 3-story landed, right, that one is future. I mean, we have met clients who say that, they only want to buy landed in a 3-story mixed landed. Nothing wrong with that. They are not going to build as well. But let's just put it this way, the guy who is coming in the next time to buy from you, right, as a developer, they surely will prefer something like a 3-story landed. But if you're in a very good location, 2-story only, the developer should buy also. Because like we talk about the movers and shakers, right, all the good location people buy. The land size got big, got small. But they still buy because they can still achieve the price if the location is right. So we can always discuss this and compare. But it's so relevant in today's market when people go out there because so limited with what they see in the market, right? And what do you actually want to prioritize? I would hope that if you want to prioritize, right, you prioritize today first. You don't talk about next time what you can do, how I can build, what's my setback, whatever. You need how many rooms? Can the 2-story floor plate layout help you rejig and get the 3rd or get the 4th or 5th room? If you can, that becomes a viable proposition. And then how much does it cost you to do that? Plus that add-on, is it still a viable opportunity? Yes. Is it still a viable opportunity? So, Rama, another question. What are the most common mistakes people have, right? If they die, they say they keep wanting to buy a 3-story.
Okay, this is going to be a random question and answer only. Okay, so the answer can be anything lah. That's my caveat. Okay.
Sure.
I mean, you want to buy 3-story lah, but do you have the money to build up the 3-story?
Or in the zone, three-story zone.
So
lah.
you're talking about 3-story zone, right?
No, I'm talking about three-story today, or you can talk about three-story zone. It's two different things.
Correct. It's totally two different things. So I can buy a property that's sitting on a 3-story zone, but which is not 3-story yet.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I think that also depends on who the buyer is and what are they looking forward to. So if they know that, okay, I want to buy only 3-story zoning, but here is 2-story, I can afford this price. But maybe next time I will go and do up this house. Your next time, we need to sit down and see whether you can manage this or not. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to push any of the buyers into a point where they end up working for the house. You know, and then they say, oh, Lama, I shouldn't have bought this. You know what I mean? Because their idea was to do this, but they cannot achieve the ultimate exit plan.
Yeah.
So it's always the exit plan first. So if you ask me what's the mistake they're doing, do you have an exit plan?
Yeah.
What is your exit plan? I want to discuss this.
Yeah.
If you don't have an exit plan, that's a mistake already.
Okay. So buy with the exit in mind.
Yep.
So if logically speaking, buying a 3-story is better than 2 stories because you get the bonus floor lah.
Yep.
But again, it is not everything. You have a 3-story structure in the wrong spot. Must see nobody buy. It's like nobody will be as keen, right?
Yep.
You have a 2-story in a nice location, people will still be keen lah. Because at the end of the day, we are in this, at the table, right? We are dealing with future buyers who are in this category of, let's say, young 30s and to like 40s. The way they see things is very different. They prioritize certain things like accessibility. They prioritize school, for example. So I had a question that day from one of a prospect that actually spoke to myself, and she asked this question, Harvey, is it that west facing sure cannot buy? I said, depends. West facing, if that is the only thing in that whole purchase, right, that is not right up your checklist, right? But the house nice, the layout nice, blah blah blah, then you can consider. But if the house already like maybe not in the location that you really like, but you super like the house just cause the reno, but there's an older one that's better, but not west facing, but you got the bullets to go and do it up, right? Then you prioritize. So if it's nobody goes out there and say, I need to buy a 3-story house, right? The future buyers are not like that.
Yep.
And if you don't have a 3-story house, you also don't have to worry that you're on the back foot also. Because if you are in a 2-story house and all your neighbor mainly all 2-story, right? They want to be in your area, right? They buy 2-story law. So don't have like paralysis from all this decision making just because you have this checklist. I think a lot of our buyers will do that also.
Yep.
They like to have checklists. I like to check this. The checklist is actually the meeting of minds between the couple.
I mean, again, to say, right, if you are someone who's looking at 3-story zoning with a 3.5-story, 15.5 meter, all realized already, highest point, and then it is not a terrace house.
Yeah.
It is a semi-D or even detached, for the matter of fact. That is to say, you can go around the house. There's no other houses adjoining you. You're building upwards, regardless of where the west is, the sun still hit the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But unless it's your feng shui thing, like you cannot do west, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, in summary, right, what we want to share with our viewers is this. Let's put what matters first. The 2-story or 3-story has 2 aspects. If you go today, you walk in and you see a 2-story house and 3-story house, right? You go and feel whether the floor plates are efficient. If it's not efficient, 3 stories also may not be efficient. Like some houses near where I stay, they are 3 stories, but they are very narrow. So it's not that efficient. I've seen better 2-story houses with better floor plates that the rooms are more regular, more sizable, and the living room is bigger, you can reconfig. So let's not be caught up with that. And secondly, a 2-story zone or 3-story zone. Now that is for the future potential. Whether you are going to rebuild or not. If you're going to rebuild, you have a plan and you say, okay, in future I will rebuild and I need like X number of floors, then you focus on the 3-story mixed landed area. Right? But to get into the point today, if there's a 2-story house, then 2-story law. If there's a 3-story house, then 3-story law. You are as limited to what you want to buy based on your today's needs. You can't even satisfy today's needs. Then you talk about the future potential. That one is just potential. I can buy a condo and say, got potential en bloc. I wait until at 70 years old, the en bloc also never happened. The potential is there, but you bought it with that potential in mind. How can you realize it? And is that your goal to only exit via realizing that potential? Or can you just sell that potential? A lot of agents post potential for en bloc. Nothing wrong. It's potential. Ma. You live with that. You go in, you say, oh, there's a potential. I could potentially build 3 stories, 3.5. I can build potentially 15.5. If that is what you want to sell out in future, right, then you focus on a 3-story mixed landed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, So again, this is a very specific kind of question that some of our viewers ask us, and I thought we should be able to address it in this way.
Yeah.
So Rama has been focusing more on the 3-story mixed landed potential. I'm talking about today 2-story or 3-story sitting on the land. Regardless, both conversations, we talk to the death of it, there will always be different views. But one thing's for sure, if you go through the journey with the table, right, at the table, right, we will just make sure that we cover all grounds. Our job is to make sure that you know what you don't know. And if you think you know already, then it's wrong, then we'll tell you that it's wrong. If you know something that we don't know, then you also can share with us. We also very moldable. We also can learn one. We also want to learn what the new generation thinks about landed.
Absolutely.
So if you like what you watched so far, or if this resonates with you in some way, and you are having this dilemma, and you want to have someone on this journey with you exclusively, right? Please feel free to contact us at our description below.
And keep the questions coming.
And see you in our next episode.